Let us now begin our panel Q&A session. All right, to the members of the press, you may now go ahead and take the microphone.
Good morning po. Sheena from SMRA News. Sorry, I have 3 questions po. Una po, anyone can answer na lang po. Ano po yung hakbang na gagawin ng QC LGU in terms of promoting Quezon City as a safe tourist destination? Like for example, sa Thailand, yung promotion nila nakasentro po sa safety and security ng mga tourists. Si Ma'am Margie at Ma'am Yana can answer po.
Ensuring the safety of our tourists. So first, since we have identified yung areas ng city na frequented by our tourists, we name it our tourism districts. Districts like the Cubao area, Morato, and Maginhawa, and our Chinatown. So initially, we rolled out a program for, first is lighting our streets, especially during the night. So, isa yun sa factor kung para makita kung safe or yung safety ng ating mga pedestrians or walking tourists around the area. Another thing is the CCTV program of the city. So, ina-expand yung ating CCTV program, lalo-lalo na sa mga lugar na nabanggit ko. At kasama doon yung pakikipagtulungan ng lokal na pamahalaan ng QCLGU to our Department of Tourism kasi ang DOT natin ay nagbibigay ng training para sa ating mga kapulisan, para sa tourist police na pwede nating i-deploy dito sa mga lugar na ito. Kasi yung police visibility also helps in the safety or yung pakiramdam ng tao na safe sila sa pagbisita sa isang lugar.
May follow-up lang po, ano ba yung challenges na kinakaharap natin on local tourism, especially yung fake reports? Kasi last time, kinunda na po ng Department of Tourism yung Hello Safe na nagsasabi na hindi safe sa Pilipinas. From Guyana, ano na lang po yung natin masasabi po? Ano ba yung mga challenges na kinaharap ng local tourism dito si Quezon?
Okay. Yung challenges is of course yung proper information dissemination sa ating mga turista at sa mga Q-citizens na rin. So, we are intensifying our tourism campaign sa pakikipagtulungan ng Quezon City Tourism Department with our PAISD, Public Affairs and Information Services Department, para maipakalat yung tamang impormasyon para sa ating mga citizens at syempre sa mga nagbabalak na bumisita sa lungsod Quezon. So isa yun sa mga hakbang na aming ginagawa.
Sorry, last question from my end to Sir Agote. Sir Agote, Sir, nakaka-apekto ba sa turismo natin dito sa Philippines yung away politika? At the same time, yung krimen dito sa Pilipinas, sa both local and foreign tourists natin, nakaka-apekto ba?
I will speak on the perspective of the ODNCR, no? But not on the perspective of the entire Philippines because it's not my turf. In Metro Manila, of course, political instability actually impacts tourism. Not only tourism but also other industries. Diba? In the same way that security is a big factor in pushing for tourism activities. Again, not only tourism but also other industry and service sectors are affected when there are instances of political turmoils or security concerns. But yung mga bagay naman ito ay, for example, in the OTNCR, we work closely with our LGUs to make sure that we ensure the safety and security of our tourists, domestic man yan or international tourists. No? Because that's the primary concern. And that's the big selling point also of Metro Manila. That despite the size we are able to work closely with the LGUs to ensure that the safety and security of our tourists are assured. So, just like what Ms. Jana mentioned a while ago, we have the Top Cup program. So, we work closely with the PNP to mount the tourist police. And also, in some of our destinations with high traffic, we work closely with the LGU and the PNP to ensure increased police visibility. Because when you have more police visible, it deters the commission of crimes in the specifically in high traffic areas.
Good morning po, Liliwanag ng Philippine One at Yari Pilipinas. Ang question ko is, bukod sa Lamesa tourist site, Ninoy Aquino Park and Quezon City Circle, ano po yung mga heritage site na pwedeng pasyalan sa Quezon City? Thank you po.
So, sa mga magpa-participate po or dadalo sa ating darating na Travel Expo, so masaya po kaming ibalita na merong free guided tour na gagawin ang Quezon City Tourism Department on August 16 at 17. At ang mga sites po na pupuntahan, o aming mga itatampok ay ilan sa mga bagong atraksyon dito sa Quezon City, ang aming mga museo. So meron tayong bukas na bahay modernismo sa Quezon Memorial Circle. Katabi lang siya ng Quezon Heritage House. So sa Quezon Memorial Circle, marami na po tayong magagawa at mabibisita. Naroon din po ang Presidential Car Museum ng NHCP. Pero ang pinakabago po doon ay aming museo na tinatawag naming Bahay Modernismo. At bukod doon, kasama din po sa free tour sa 2-day Travel Expo natin yung pagbisita sa Tandang Sora Women's Museum sa Banlat Road. Ito yung pinakaunang women's museum na meron sa Pilipinas. At nilalaman nito ang lahat ng research at mga artifacts po na sumasalamin sa mga naging partisipasyon ng kababaihan sa pag-unlad or pagbuo ng ating bansa. So, iyon po yung ilan lamang, pero may mga soon to open pa po kami ng museum pero para po dito sa ating Travel Expo, maaari niyo pong may avail ng libre yung pagbisita sa mga nabanggit ko.
Good morning everyone. Philip po from Buhay Marino, Ontario. Ano po ang pinaka-focal point nito na activity natin na Travel Expo that will really entice participation of the public?
Okay, thank you Sir Philip for that question. Actually, this ang aim po namin sa QCTA in hosting this Travel Expo is to provide a platform for all tourism stakeholders like the travel agencies, the airlines, the hotels, to showcase their products, especially the best deals, no? Like for example, promo rates for airline ticket, discounted rates for tour packages in a bigger or larger audience. So, kasi especially those budding entrepreneur, no, para din sa part of parang marketing strategy, usually dito nagjo-join sila. That is for the side ng seller or exhibitor. Nagjo-join sila para makakuha ng mga audiences, no? Kasi malaki ang Travel Expo na platform. And as well for the buyer, yung dapat pupunta talaga ang mga travel lovers natin dyan. Kasi dito po sa Travel Expo, makakuha po kayo ng best deal for your money, worth of your money. Kasi nandito po yung promo rates, hindi po ito araw-araw na binibigay ng airline. Dito lang po sa venue or platform na to, itong Travel Expo, na nagbibigay sila promo rates to the travel agents who are joining also in this Travel Expo. At saka, you will not only on the tourism na part, no, sa travel, and also sa Travel Expo, mali-learn at makapagbili po din kayo ng mga products ng iba-ibang region ng ating Pilipinas, that is Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao.
Ma'am, sa follow-up po, sige, Sir Alan, sige. You may add something.
Oh, okay. So, sir, actually, like what you said, we are also promoting Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Aside from the travel, we also have shopping. Because when we travel, like most DAs, we know that our clients love to shop. We have a lot of food, a lot of shopping involved in our travel expo. They come from the other regions, also from the SMEs of ECU.
Sir, sige, sir.
Just to interject, no? So that's why we're excited, the DOT-NCR was excited to really partner with QCTAA because we also invited other locators from other regions, no? Para magkaroon ng national flavor itong QCTAA Travel Expo natin. And then at the same time, one of the highlights in the Expo will be the accreditation caravan and campaign that will be done by the Department of Tourism because we want to make sure that our travel agencies are duly recognized and accredited by the department. So it will also become a venue for them to come to the expo and then accredit with us. And so hindi lang about travel ang pinag-uusapan, no? This is also about public service being done in the same activity in the same venue.
Sir, in relation po to sa this is my follow-up question. The Quezon City government for several years have been promoting the Quezon City Chinese community. Have you included this in the program? Let's say yung mga food restaurants sa Banawe?
Yes po sir. Actually, sa event po natin on Saturday, meron din po cultural performances na cared of ng ating Quezon City Chinatown community. So, ano din po sila, nagpa-participate at heavily involved din po sila sa gawain na ito.
Thank you very much po.
Good morning po, I'm Miss Marlene from Bigstock. Yes po. Meron lang po ilang mga katanungan. I'm sure po tayo naman po ay kasama this promotion board. And then, ito lang po yung ASCO. Ito po ba na tourism campaign natin for 2 days is paano po ba ang gagawa natin dito sa marketing, advertising, and promotion? Paano ba natin ito sinasagawa? By online ba or website? And meron na po ba tayong collaboration with yung dati, Go Local, Otto, or now po Tatak Pinoy, with DTI? And last 2 days po ng Travel Expo is tulad ba natin ito sa Puerto Princesa? Yung dati po kami kasi ganon sa Puerto Princesa for international campaign. Thank you.
Hi, good morning, ma'am. Ma'am, our marketing campaign, we have involved the Trimedia. We have websites, we go online, we have regular press, media, and then we also go on TV, radio, and everything else. With the help of the OT. Under the OT, kasama po dyan ang TPB. We have been talking with Ma'am Marga about promoting the regions extensively. So, with regards to marketing, we have gone all out to support our locators who have joined us from the other regions. Much like what happened with Puerto Princesa, ma'am.
Okay na. Angeli Lacruz po, Filipino Star ngayon. Itatanong ko lang po kay Ma'am Diana or Ma'am Margie, dahil sa pagpapalakas po ng turismo sa Quezon City, meron po ba tayong mga foreign tourists na pwedeng bumisita sa Quezon City? At ano po yung malimit nilang puntahan? Kung meron man, ano yung malimit nilang puntahan sa Quezon City?
Sa mga pinupuntahan po nila sa Quezon City, nakakonsentrate po siya mostly on the nightlife and sa food po ng city. So, yung mga areas po natin like in Cubao, Eastwood, Morato. But yung QMC naman, bilang nandyan po yung iconic landmark ng city, yung ating pylon, madalas din po na kasama sa itinerarya na kailangan makapagpa-picture sila or makita nila ang ating QC pylon. But aside from that, kilala rin po yung Quezon City sa malalaking events. So, yung ating Pride March last June, yung ginagawa natin every June. Not only domestic tourists, nakakapag-record din po tayo ng mga international tourists na nagpa-participate sa ating annual Pride March. And of course, our Q-Cinema International Film Festival, dahil nga po naging hub na yung QC para sa Southeast Asian filmmakers na kapag festival season during November, nagpa-fly-in po yung iba't ibang international filmmakers para manood at mag-participate sa ating Q-Cinema International Film Festival.
Meron po ba kayong nakikita ng mga foreign tourists na ilan kaya yung mga foreign tourists na pwedeng bumisita sa Quezon City because of this expo?
For this
katulad ng pagsabi ko kanina na nag-invite kami sa madaming media, ma'am, kasama po dyan ang mga ambassadors. So we've been talking to embassies. We've been exploring yung mga expats dito. We've been inviting them to our expo. We have no exact number, but as of now, ang number of expats in Metro Manila range from 100,000 to 200,000 any given time. So we are tapping that market together with their families, also the embassies and their immediate family.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we will be catering 3 more questions from the press.
Hello po. Good morning po everyone. So my question is for Miss Grand International City of Quezon. So I'll ask this question in 2 perspectives po. As a turista at as tourism ambassadors. So bilang turista, ano po ba yung mga gusto or paboritong pasyalan dito sa Quezon City? And as a tourism ambassadors, why is it important to improve the LGU tourism initiatives katulad na lamang ng QCPTA?
First, thank you for that question, no? So, originally, I am not from Manila. I am from Olongapo City, Zambales. So, sa northern part din. So, it's just last year, I believe that I transferred to Manila for work. But then I get to explore some areas. QC when I joined Binibining Pilipinas because I had to stay in Quezon City. So I had to go to some areas like sa Araneta area. I stayed at Tomas Morato also, which I actually would say na a lot of foreigners actually go to those areas. Yung nightlife talaga, I think that's really something na known din sa Quezon City. And at the same time, I'm staying now in Pasig, and I see a lot of areas also to go around. But as a tourist perspective, ako, since I am from Zambales, I love going to the beach. So I love going near the ocean. Alam ko, wala man yun dito, but there are other areas you can explore. And I love city also. So I love going to malls. And there's like a new mall also in Quezon City, I believe yung Gateway Mall, if I'm not mistaken. So I love going to that area also kasi I love exploring Filipino food. Filipino cuisine still. Even if I'm a Filipino, I love exploring different ways of how we twist our own Filipino cuisines. So it's something that I also share to others, especially to my fellow queens during Miss Grand International. So when I stayed in Thailand, I had this opportunity to tell the girls, let's have some Filipino dinner night. So I was able to go to explore a Filipino restaurant in Thailand so that I can bring that flavor into different areas of this girl so they can also share that to others. So as a tourism ambassador naman, syempre I have a wider pool of people I can talk and touch, and I believe ang pinakamagandang selling point when it comes to tourism or advertising something is word of mouth. before we go into using the power of social media. And so I believe that is my responsibility, and I'm trying my best to share the beauty of the Philippines and, in the way I can share it through my words, but at the same time also using my power and my influence as the new crowned queen of Miss Grand International. So that is my responsibility, and I am holding on to that, and I will do my best to share the beauty of our country.
So yun po, maraming salamat. Quick follow-up lang po. Doon sa upcoming po na Travel Expo, ilan po ba yung inaasahan nating exhibitors or travel agency na mag-join dito?
Right now, we have about 70 plus travel agencies. 100 including the B2B, because there are two categories for the expo. There's B2C, that's business to client, business to customer. Dito po yun sa ground floor. Napapansin nyo, napakalaki ng MyC. Sa second floor po, nandyan po ang B2B, business to business, kung saan po ang iba nating travel agencies from different cities, different provinces, can visit our expo and meet other operators and suppliers from the Philippines and from different countries po. So roughly, ang ina-expect namin foot traffic would be about 5,000 for 2 days, and then 1,000 just for the B2B, for the different travel agencies po.
So ayun, thank you po. Once again, Joseph po from PTV4.
Thank you so much, Sir Joseph from PTV4. And now we will be catering 4 more questions from the press.
Good day po. DJ Mendoza from 925. And para for us, press sa media, para matulungan po namin kayo to promote this activity. Pwede po ba for soundbite, mailatag po natin ngayon, ano yung mga dapat abangan ng ating po mga travel enthusiasts dun sa 2-day activity po natin?
Okay. Ang ma-expect po nila on this 2-day event are the best deals, as I have said, best deals of airline tickets, discounted rates for the package tours locally, and outbound tourism din. Kasi 70% ang ano namin on the local tourism and 30% sa mga outbound tourism. So, kasi originally, ang thrust sana nitong Travel Expo is to help also as an association, we have to help our DOT para din tayo ng target natin sa inbound tourism. Kasi medyo more ang travel sa labas. So since very rich ang country natin, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, so we feel the need to emphasize on or to support our local tourism. That's why we have come up with this activity. So kaya inano din namin ang mga tourism stakeholders like the airlines to give the best deal, promo rates dito sa 2-day event para maingganyo talaga ang lahat na pupunta dito kasi best worth ng money nila. Mahaba ang pupuntahan ng kanilang pera. Kasi usually yung mga mahal na mga destination, may instances talaga na minsan enticing ang paglabas kasi nagpo-promo yung mga airlines palabas. So we encourage and we ng ating mga airlines, hotels also, not to give, especially on this 2-day event, a very best deal. Kung may best na lang, no? Pinaka-best talaga na deal sa hotel rates, airline tickets, as well as packages. And some of the travel agents are offering discounted visa fees. So this is the this is an opportunity talaga na dapat puntahan ninyo kasi dito lang ibibigay itong mga discounted visa fees ng ating mga travel agents.
If I may add lang din po sa mga sinabi ni Press Margie. So, bukod sa pag-iikot nyo sa iba't ibang booth ng ating mga travel agency sa paghahanap ng mga best deals, so meron din tayong mga nakasingit na cultural performances galing sa iba't ibang grupo. So, pwede rin nating ma-enjoy. But, syempre, meron tayong food merchants. Highlighting yung mga best gastronomic treats ng Quezon City. So, tinap natin ang aming Small Business and Promotions Development Office para dito sa mga proudly original products ng Quezon City, our PopQC. So, meron din silang booth sa ating 2-day travel expo. At kung napagod na sila mag-ikot, pwede silang mag-food trip din at the same time. At syempre, yung sinabi ko kanina na merong free guided tour sa ating mga museums na binanggit kanina.
Tatry ko po, tatlo lang itatanong ko maaari. Ako po si John Malapas from DCRC. Ang isa sa mga problema ng mga travel agency, particular pagdating sa social media, yung mga scammer. Maraming nabibiktima tayo mga kababayan natin na nai-scam na nagpapanggap na travel agency. So gaano ka importante yung mga travel expo na kagaya nito para maiwasan ng ating mga kababayan yung mga scamming sa social media through travel agency.
Okay, so that's why part of the one of the features of this expo is the accreditation campaign and caravan to be done by the OTNCR during the staging of the event. Kasi ang goal natin dito is to make sure that our general public is actually engaging with legitimate and accredited travel agencies. And then at the same time, yung campaign natin is also to help those who have hesitation to accredit with the government, with DOT in particular, kasi nga they are mostly misinformed, no? Lacking the necessary information that they need to accredit with the Department of Tourism so we can help them promote their services and we can help them with their visibility to both the domestic and international markets. Now, as the regulatory body at the same time, travel agencies are actually required, as enshrined under Republic Act 9593 or Tourism Act of 2009, they are considered primary tourism establishments or enterprises, meaning that they are required by law to accredit with the department before they can be issued the mayor's permit. So we want to make sure that it happens also to those who are operating illegitimately. No? So we want to put them into the oldest fold. That's why we're having the campaign at the caravan at the same time during the staging of the expo. So apart from our quad media campaigns, we work closely as well with LGU, Quezon City in particular. We work with the BPLO, the Business Process and Licensing Office, so that we can also track those who have been issued mayor's permit but they don't have the DOT accreditation yet. So, ganun yung klaseng synergy ang meron tayo with the LGU. And of course, QCTAA, we ensure that those who will be participating in the Travel Expo are those that are accredited with the department and those recognized and accredited by the LGU. This will spell confidence among our patrons that they will only be transacting business with legitimate and duly recognized establishments.
What's your advice dun sa mga kukuha ng inyong paano maiiwasan na hindi sila ma-scam? Anong pinakamagandang gawin? Dapat ba face-to-face pupunta sila sa mga office nyo sa atin?
We have online work. So part of the department's thrust to digitalize our processes, no? We have an online platform for their accreditation needs. So they don't need to go to the office anymore. No? At the comfort of their home, using their gadgets, mobile phone, laptop, tablet, they can apply for the accreditation already. And the good thing about the department, specifically the OTNCR, helping our tourism sector is we have waived all accreditation fees for now para lang matulungan sila and also to bring them to the fold of DOT. So, pwedeng face-to-face kung kailangan, but we would suggest that they take advantage of our accreditation portal, which is online. With regards to our crackdown naman to the proliferation, no, of illegitimate travel agency or those who are posing as pseudo travel agents, no? Naglipa na yan sa Facebook, marami yan. We're working closely with the travel agencies associations, marami yan sila. QCTAA, KLTOA. We are sitting down with them so that we can police them at the same time, no? We are soliciting for their assistance kasi sila ang nasa ground roots, no? So sila ang nasa ground. Sila ang nakakita sino ba yung mga hindi legitimate at hindi legitimate. And apart from our coordination with the LGU, we also work closely with our PNP and BI so that we can track them and of course make them accountable for their illegitimate operations. So sa tanong mo sir kanina also, how to determine if the travel agency is legitimate, just ask for the accreditation certificate. We provide a certificate for them. The certificate includes a QR code. It has a security feature that cannot be copied. By QR code doon, you scan the QR code and then it will give you the accreditation number, the validity of the accreditation, and the other information, details, no, of the establishment. And apart from that, we also provide our accreditation sticker that they need to post in the conspicuous places of the establishment. No? Usually, ano yun, parang quality seal ng DOT. Once you have that, once you see that, it gives you the confidence to transact business with them because you are sure that they have been checked by the department.
Isa na lang po. Bakit po ang Quezon City ang napili nito pasimulan ang Travel Expo?
Sige, I'll answer. The others can also answer, but DOT actually engaged QCTAA because for one, walang masyadong nangyayaring travel fairs on this side of Metro Manila, no? Particularly catering, kasi this one is not only catering cities in the northern part. This will also cater to other localities outside of NCR, particularly those located in the northern side, no? Bulacan, Pampanga, other side ng ano. And then also, as an association, since they are inherently, no, in Quezon City area, that's why they engage with the QCLGU. Pero it doesn't mean naman that they are limited, no, to locators within Quezon City. That's why we invited locators also from other regions, from other parts of Metro Manila, para at least hindi lang specific to Quezon City ang expo natin.
Hello. Just to add din po, siguro kasama na rin po na mapalad ang Quezon City ganitong classic venue po na pwedeng pagkausan ng ganitong travel expo. At sa pag-usap nga namin ni Ma'am Margie at ng QCTAA, matagal naman na din po namin pangarap na magkaroon talaga ng regular na aktibidad ang association dito sa Quezon City. At isa to sa matagal na namin pinaghahandaan. And happy po kami na on August 16 and 17 ay maisa sa katuparan na natin ito. Yes po, at libre po siya.
Ako na po yung last nagki-question. I'm Susan Amoroso of the Maritime On Board for the Maritime Colonies Association of the Philippines. Ang question ko po ay really tourism related. Ilan po ba ang available rooms within Quezon City that really were allocated for August 16 and 17 so that kung sino man yung matutulog dito sa Quezon City, may available rooms silang matutulugan. Ilan po ba ang available hotel rooms within the city that you have allocated? So hindi niyo po alam.
Allocated rooms for the locators or exhibitors?
Lahat po. Kasi, di po ba, because Quezon City is supposed to be a tourism site. So, dapat po, alam niyo rin yung statistics ng available rooms within the city that the locators, exhibitors, visitors, guests can sleep kung sakali ayaw pa nilang umuwi, nahirapan silang sumakay pabalik sa kanilang respective homes.
Sige nga, answer on behalf of the people here. We have a lot of room keys in Quezon City. For one, just to give you some of the big brands operating in the city, we have, for example, Santa Vertis North. You have 428 room keys there. Novotel Manila Araneta City, we have 401 room keys there. IB Styles, Manila Araneta City, you have 286 room keys. Crown Plaza Manila Galleria, 268. This is on top of the newly opened Soler. Soler North, you have other mid brands like Luxen, Sabin, for example, and the Red Planet, yung mga mabuhay natin, accommodations, no? Including yung mga mabuhay natin, we classify them the smaller versions of accommodations, no? Yung Red Planet brands natin, yung ano pa ba? Harrods, madami. Actually, QC actually has a lot. Based on record, I think we have around 400 plus accommodations in, I'm not sure, no? I'm not sure of the exact number, pero nasa 300 to 400 accommodation establishments in Quezon City. So those that I mentioned are the big ones, ma'am. So they are more than enough to cater the accommodation needs of those who will be coming.
Meron po bang special rates during that day for the hotels and rooms?
Sinabi nila yun. Nagtanong si ma'am ng special rates for the hotels. Actually, ma'am, nagtanong kami for our exhibitors. We have asked for exhibitors and we connect them with our sponsors and with the people we ask. So, hindi po problema for the locators. And kung may customer po or client na walk-in, pwede din namin sila i-tour sa mga local establishments namin na tumutulong sa ating expo.
Thank you so much, Sir Elad and Sir Ivan, but also we would like to call on Ms. Kathy de la Peña, one of the board of directors from QCTAA, to add something to that question, to that answer.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Kathy de la Peña, yes, from Crown Agency. I would like to answer the question. With regard to the accredited hotels for Quezon City, Travel Agencies Association as allied, we actually tied up with almost 15,000 room keys. So meaning, meron po tayo mga accredited partners na hotel. So as such as, we do have Arden Hills Suites, Luxent Hotel. Of course, pwede talaga, we consider the hotel in Quezon City area. And then we also have the Harrods, Versal, Eurotel. So that's one of the hotels that we actually tied up or accredited. So yan po yung mga handa namin. And especially, syempre, we also invited outside Quezon City associations. So we provided a special rate. So we tied up with those hotels that I mentioned. Yun po. Yun lang po. I just want to add our questions. Meron pa po ba? Thank you po.
Thank you so much, Ms. Kathy. And now moving forward, we still have two more members of the press, or three more. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, magandang umaga po sa ating lahat. Romy Corpus po ng WhatsApp Pilipinas, Cartera News TV. Para po sa anyone can answer this question. At napapanahon ang ating pag-establish ng Travel Expo dito sa Quezon City dahil nagdiriwang din tayo ng pambansang wika ngayon. Gaano po kasigurado ang lungsod ng Quezon sa pag-accept ng mga turista, local and foreigner? Paano po yung magiging tourist-friendly po ito? At yung peace and order ay paano po natin masusure ang ating mga travelers na hindi sila mabibiktima, like for example, ng mga budol-budol and ipit taxi.
To answer, thank you po for that question. So, ang mga kasama po sa programa ng Quezon City Tourism Department or ng lokal na pamahalaan is of course to echo yung DOT Filipino brand of service. So kasama dito yung mainit na pagtanggap natin at pagpaparamdam sa ating mga turista na sila ay welcome at tanggap sa anumang syudad o lokal na pamahalaan na kanilang bibisitahin. So, bukod sa QC More to Explore na tourism branding po na nilaunch namin nitong taon na hina-highlight yung mga lugar na hindi pa kilala ng mga turista dito sa Quezon City, kasama sa mga programa na aming nilalatag ay syempre yung pag-train sa ating mga tourism frontliners kung paano, syempre makihalubilo at kung paano nila maglilingkuran ng maayos yung ating mga bisita dito sa lungsod. Domestic tourist man yan or international tourist. Sa pagdating naman sa seguridad, kagaya ng nabanggit po natin kanina, yung mga identified na mga frequented areas po ng ating mga turista dito sa lungsod. Kasama po yun sa prioridad na magkaroon ng higher visibility ng ating kapulisan na properly trained ng ating DOT para maging tourist police po, kasi kasama rin na pwede silang pagtanungan ng impormasyon ng ating mga turista. At bukod doon, yung CCTV program nga po ng ating lungsod, dito kino-concentrate din sa ating mga tourism districts. And yung pag-iilaw sa ating mga lansangan para sa gabi, makakapaglakad pa rin po sila ng ligtas dahil po well-lighted ang ating mga kalsada. So, nasagot po yung katanungan nila.
So, but, beyond that, very safe ang pakiramdam namin dahil maganda ang Quezon City, napakaliwanag, daming pulis. Ang isang gustong ipaabot sa lahat ng tao ng QCTAA na ligtas ang mga customers, ang mga turista na pupunta sa Expo dahil legit ang mga travel agency po dito. Kami ang pinakauna mag-aalaga sa mga turista. Kami ang nauuna na mag-akay sa mga problema nila just in case magka-problema sila. Madelay ang flight, sino pupunta nila? Kami. Kaya ang tinuturo po namin sa publiko ay dapat pumunta kayo sa mga travel agent para sila ang tutulong sa inyo just in case may kailangan kayo ayusin sa itinerary ninyo, na-delay ang flight nyo, nagbago ang hotel nyo, vegetarian kayo, ganyan. Dahil pag nag-DIY kayo, hindi nyo po kami pwede mapuntahan dahil hindi po namin hawak ang booking ninyo. Kaya yun po ang gusto namin ipaabot din. Pag pumunta kayo sa Expo, nandito lahat ang travel agency. You can ask all the travel agents here for their expert advice. Kami ang magbibigay sa inyo ng step-by-step na dapat gawin. Step-by-step na kung ano ang tamang pamamaraan na pagbiyahe. Kaya dapat safe kayo. Kaya pag naging nagpunta kayo sa Expo at pumunta kayo sa travel agent, sigurado na safe po ang mga kliyente niya.
And kung may haka-haka, no? For example, sa mga locators, feeling nyo hindi sila accredited. Again, may booth si DOT NCR doon. You can ask us, accredited ba itong nagbebenta sa kabilang booth, etc. And we will provide you the answer right away. Because we have the database now.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Henry Stipona from Lagoy Page, Advocate of Heritage, and WhatsApp. My question is addressed to Sir A.J. Kalalay, the Tourism Officer of Quezon City. Kindly update us the branding of the Quezon City as City of Stars, applying for the UN Creative Cities Network for films.
Sir,
and then, internationalization of Quezon City. Si Quezon po ang ama ng wikang Pilipino. I'm suggested to the Commission of Wikang Filipino to brand the Quezon City as a lead in the internationalization of Tagalog, like setting standard, putting up Quezon City Institute all over the world, all over embassies, and then brand us as a Spanish daily branding, and then that ILTS of English. Thank you po.
Sir, si our councilor po, si Consihal DJ Galalay, ay ang committee chair po ng Tourism and Cultural Affairs and Heritage. So, kakaupo lang din po niya na committee chair. So, yung question niya po, I think mas better po na masasagot ko. So, una-una po yung branding po ng City of Stars. So, align pa rin po ito sa lahat ng programa ng lungsod patungkol sa film industry. So, kaya po taon-taon ginagawa natin ang Q-Cinema International Film Festival kasi nga po tayo naman din po ang may rightful na owner ng tawag na City of Stars kasi nandito yung mga major networks, nandito yung mga production houses. So dahil doon, nag-apply po tayo ng UNESCO Creative City for Film at naisubmit na po yung ating aplikasyon at hindi pa lumalabas ang resulta. Ang sabi po sa amin, around end of October pa po lalabas at hoping and praying po tayo na ma-award ito sa Quezon City kasi makakadagdag po ito sa pagiging international, magiging ma-open siya to other international cities dahil po ito ay sister cities din na lumalabas. May mga partnership po ito sa iba't iba international cities at magkakaroon ng exchange of knowledge and as well as creatives and tourists na pwedeng mangyari once na na-seal po natin yung ating UNESCO Creative City. So, yung para po sa yung Quezon City po, para yung ating wikang Filipino, sa maliit na paraan, nagsimula na rin po kami dito sa Quezon City. Meron po kami dinedicate na araw ng pagtula kung saan dito po sinasariwa po natin yung lahat ng mga akda ng ating mga Pilipinong Makata, yung mga naisulat na mga akda noong unang panahon. So, nire-reorient or inire-refresh po natin yung mga akda to, lalo na sa mga estudyante natin at kabataan para po higit pa nila na ma-appreciate yung wika natin sa pamamagitan po ng pagkakaroon ng dedicated na araw dito sa Lungsod Quezon na tinatawag namin na Araw ng Pagtula. Hopefully po, ma-expand pa itong programa na to, maraming maka-appreciate at ma-duplicate po yung ganitong gawain para po mapalaganap natin hindi lamang sa Quezon City, kundi yung kagaya na sinabi niyo, pati sa ibang bansa na yung wikang Pilipino po ay maging international standards.
Good morning. Mike Buyagi from RMNDC Excel. I'd like to address this question to Council Kalalay. Sir, dahil pinapalakas na po natin itong ating turismo dito sa Quezon City, ano yung nakikita natin, gaano kadami ang parang na-estimate ninyo kung nakikita ninyo na papasok na foreign tourists dito sa gagawin nating Tourist Expo, at kung sila ay aanyayahan nyo itong mga foreigners, saan nyo gustong dalhin dito sa Quezon City na masasabi natin they will really amazed by it. Thank you.
Maraming salamat po. Una po, katulad po ng sinabi nila Sir Allen, nag-invite po tayo ng mga international na mga sasali dito sa ating Travel Expo. Tukol naman sa mga tourism na spot na pwede puntahan dito. Una po, meron tayong mahilig kakaiba sa mga foreigner, siyempre yung lechon. Diba? Meron tayong Laloma lechon na yung capital of the Philippines, yung lechon capital of the Philippines na dito sa atin, sa Laloma. Meron din tayo sa Frisco, yung San Pedro Bautista, Sanctuario de San Pedro Bautista, kung saan dito maraming dumadalo dito ng mga foreigner. Kasi ang santo ng San Pedro Bautista, si San Pedro Bautista mismo ang pumunta sa lugar dito sa Frisco para siya yung magtayo ng simbahan. So, isa yan sa mga matatandang simbahan natin ngayon dito, 1598. So, marami pa po na mga tourist spot na pwede puntahan dito na makakaingganyo sa mga foreigners na makapunta dito sa atin sa Quezon City.
Thank you so much. That will be our last question this afternoon. And again, to the members of the press, we are hoping that you'll be able to spread this wonderful news across the country and even internationally as we aim Quezon City to be the gateway to the amazing Philippine tourist destinations and all breathtaking destinations around the globe. Now,